When we launched this channel in September, our goal was simple: to spread as much positive information about the US 380 expansion as possible. Since then, we've reached farther than we ever expected, continuing to grow right alongside the highway. And the updates don't stop here. Coming up early next week, we've got big news about the upcoming 1385 closure. Stick around for all the details later in this video. But first, let's take a look back at where we started and just how far things have come. It's been an incredible journey so far. Let's take a closer look. Back in September, 377 started here with lanes unfinished, no curbs, and no drainage system in place. But now north lanes are paved, curbs are installed, and the drainage system is ready to handle whatever comes its way. The westbound ramp is still on temporary pavement as they work to finalize that ramp. Back in September, the 720 ramps had their retaining walls completed, and crews were hard at work filling in the base layer of rock to get it graded perfectly. At the time, the intersection was still in its old configuration, a rough drive-through with no U-turn option. Now, all 6 lanes of concrete have been poured on the ramps, and the intersection is edging closer to completion. A U-turn lane is available heading back west, and we have most all finished pavement with curbs. Best of all, we're all driving on smooth finished pavement. The ramps still require the installation of a center dividing wall, completion of the outer concrete barrier, and finalization of the drainage system. The Lewisville Lake Bridge was missing its pilings. The pilings were drilled and filled with concrete, but just a grade. There were no retaining walls in place either, and just look at how full the lake was at the time. Now, all the pilings are complete, and the casings on top are ready for beams. Retaining walls are also nearing completion. These are some fantastic views, especially for those of us without a small enough boat to get this unique perspective. In the way back machine now to 2022 at Paloma Creek, just as construction was beginning. No curbs, no drainage, no additional lanes. A 2-lane intersection north and south. Now, on the last day of the year, Phase 1 is complete with the south side of the road finished. The intersection has been expanded, and Phase 2 is well underway, adding a lane, curbs, and a sidewalk to the north side of the highway. Back in September, Navoo was in the midst of significant work. Drainage was being buried and finalized, while additional grading was needed to set the stage for the next phases. At the same time, Phase 1 of the eastbound service road was already completed. Back to today, the westbound service road is now complete, with curbs and drainage fully installed. The access road to up has also been repaved. Once the roadway west of the intersection is finished, we're likely to see a traffic switch from the old westbound lanes we're on now to the new service road. So glad there hasn't been any danger at all to the high school nearby. We have another major update to share with you. A significant partial intersection closure is coming soon. Weather permitting, all lanes of 1385 on the north side of the intersection at 380 will be closed for nearly a month, from January 6th through February 1st. There will be no north or southbound traffic through 1385 at this intersection. This will not impact the east or west flow of traffic. During this time, crews will follow a familiar process: demolishing the old lanes, installing new drainage infrastructure, and reconstructing the intersection to meet project specifications. This closure is critical for progress, and we appreciate everyone's patience as crews work to make these improvements. Make sure to plan your routes accordingly during this period. For 23 is fascinating to look back on from September. We've covered this intersection in our Road to Progress series, but it's still fun to see the comparison. At the time, westbound traffic was on the old lanes, while there was plenty of space for eastbound traffic to the south. There were still 2 lanes, but it didn't feel all that crowded. Little did we know at the time what their plans would be. Now when we look at the intersection, pivoting around from east to west, All those old lanes are completely gone. Westbound traffic has been shifted significantly, moving right next to the eastbound lanes. It's a tight squeeze for drivers, but it's all part of the progress. Meanwhile, crews are working diligently on the pilings for the overpass, laying the foundation for the next major phase of the project. The transformation here is really starting to take shape, and once the new lanes are in place, we'll be seeing a whole new flow of traffic through this intersection. We didn't capture Teel with a good flyover until late September, but by then, the same traffic switch that happened at 423 had taken place here at Teel and down at Legacy. Demo work on the old concrete was in full swing and was completed all the way up to the east boundary of the intersection. At that point, the old Teel intersection was still intact, but changes were already underway, setting the stage for the new traffic patterns we're seeing today. Trying to recall exactly when we made the switch from west to east while capturing these videos. This intersection has come a long way. The old concrete has been completely removed and the area fully graded. While the intersection was shut down for a while, it's back open now after being reconstructed with fresh concrete laid, ready to tie into the westbound service road. Additionally, 6 rows of pilings are complete, and their casings will be started soon, bringing us closer to the next phase of the project. Back in the middle of September, Legacy had the traffic switch completed, but the old concrete had not been removed yet. There was also temporary asphalt still occupying the middle of the intersection. The entire intersection to the south looks great and shows to have plenty of room for traffic in the coming years. Legacy now looks almost unrecognizable compared to just over 3 months ago. Grading is complete, and the area is almost ready for the asphalt base on the new service road. All the pilings and casings are nearly finished, and the intersection under the overpass is completely new, marking a major transformation in this area. Let's move on now to Universal, shifting a bit off the 380 path, but still an area of interest for many. Here's an update on the progress happening there. Here's an exciting update on Universal Kids Frisco, where progress is moving quickly. The project is well underway, with the hotel progressing rapidly and many structures are now going vertical. As we circle around to the north, we see the Trolls section coming together nicely with an amphitheater foundation visible, bringing these beloved characters to life. Continuing along the outer perimeter of the park, we have Shrek on one side, with Jurassic World and Minions lined up in the middle, creating an action-packed atmosphere. Finally, SpongeBob will be located near the back by the hotel as we circle back around, adding a bit of fun and nostalgia to the area. The park itself will be just shy of 38 acres. That is a third the size of a typical Universal park. There will likely be one small roller coaster for the Jurassic World area and a water ride set for the Minions area around the middle of the park. Universal Kids is set to open summer of 2026. The hotel concept art here shows to be very vibrant and child-friendly, with 300 rooms. Thanks for tuning in. It's been an incredible year of progress on the 380 expansion and the Universal Kids Resort. We'll continue to keep you updated with the latest developments, so make sure to subscribe for future updates. We don't have access to some of the community pages, so please share to your neighbors so they can stay informed. Until next time, stay safe and keep driving forward.